My name is Aya. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel. Tonight we're going to be channeling the goddess. Um, I love that God is God is the goddess. Play on words and messing with words. Really, ooh, I want my chocolate covered pretzels. Give me 1 second. Hmm. Mm, mm. Let's turn it that way. I'm still here. I'm still here. And we're, of course, like I usually do, I'm going to do a reading afterwards. I really miss this. I have been, like, just kind of feeling like a mixed bag of, like, my ego and um, the light within me. The light within me has done so much for me in a short period of time. And I'm meaning from the time where my car wreck happened and I just felt like really trapped, kind of. But I always know I'm not. And that's how I am able to keep moving, is because somewhere inside of me, I always know that God's going to make a way out of no way. But my ego always wants to figure out when, where, how, what, who, and it wants it like right now, you know? And I'm starting to get to the point to where I can see that it's possible to trust, that how when you are used to being abused or you're used to being treated poorly, you're constantly like waiting for that to happen again. Like I'm used to have gotten used to a certain type of stress, and now I know how to handle that stress whenever it appears, and that is honestly to not focus on it and to give it to God, give it to the goddess. Hey, Crystal, give it to the divine immediately. Go to God in prayer, go in meditation, because it's truly, our prayer is truly what we focus on, and not necessarily us going, I don't want this, I don't want this, I don't want this, I wish this wasn't happening, I wish that wasn't happening. Like our, what am I talking about? um, just kind of like, I'm talking about like what's been going on, how I've been able to, how God has been helping me like move through such, it's seemingly unsurmountable challenges lately. Like I haven't really skipped a beat, and it's a miracle actually. I'm living on a homestead right now. You're good. I haven't started channeling yet, but I'm living on a homestead right now, and like how it happened has been so miraculous. Thank you, Austin. Thank you so much. Hi, Kid Ray 76. How you doing? Mm. So I was staying, I was living in St. Petersburg, Florida, and going to the beach like every day, laying in my hammock. Like, I truly have been living do nothing, do nothing to receive everything you want. And thank you. I used to feel like I had to work hard and hardly receive anything that I wanted, like in return. I felt like I was always like putting in so much effort that it caused me resentment. And I look back at everything I've done, and I have done so much. It's crazy. And after my car accident, where my neck was broken, my ribs were broken, my back was broken. This was like July 29th last year. I wasn't able to do anything, and I lost everything. Like my hair was shaved. This is this is a year's my hair is a miracle to me. Like, this is a year's worth of. I had to shave my hair off so that they can do surgery on my neck. I have two rods in my neck and a plate in the front, right? And the reason why that brings me so much joy, because I am so proud of my body and how it's able to heal and bounce back. And I know that's a testament to how powerful the mind is, because while I was healing, I wasn't focused on my ailment. I actually have been excited by all of my injuries. I never thought I would experience anything like that before in my life. My back tire popped. My back tire popped on this minivan I bought and turned into a camper van. And I was out on the road, trying to live a van life, with my beagle, Miss Lily. She passed. Rest in power to my sweet baby, who really wasn't a dog. She was like a human woman in a dog's body. Like, she was like the feminine Christ in a dog form, because everybody that ever met her was like, she has this healing power. I'm like, she was like me in like a dog form. It was so crazy. And so, yeah, my back tire popped. My van like rolled, skid, flipped. I don't know, because I don't remember any of it, right? And I had to be airlifted to the nearest hospital. I was in Texas. And like, ever since then, I have gotten to know and see and feel and experience the power of God more than ever before in my life, to the point to where it's like really overwhelming to me. It's so overwhelming to even talk about. I'm on the verge of, I'm trying not to cry, because it feels so good to learn and know that I can trust in God. And that is not hard. Like, I feel like most of my spiritual journey, I made spirituality harder than it actually has to be and actually is. And I brought a lot of things from past lives. Like, I brought a lot of my spiritual knowledge and stuff from past lives. Now, a lot of things that I have done, and the manipulation of elements and things, does work, but there just came a point where I was done with that this lifetime, and I wanted to put the power back in from my own heart and soul and my relationship with God. Like, I got rid of my altars, which are beautiful artistic displays of divine communion with the spirit realm, I know, but they're not God, the God within you. It's supposed to be a representation. And, you know, That's why I also stopped teaching astrology, because I felt like I'm talking to a bunch of people who put too much trust and faith in these interpretations of themselves, and it's not really like actually who any of us are. And I know that, right? And a lot of people are looking for something to hold on to and get security from. And the only thing that we can really ever get security from is God, and knowing and trusting God within us. Knowing that you focusing in on your divine light is the only power that you need. And that's all the power you have. And it's enough. And it's the most powerful power in the world. And it's like and it feels good, and it's in everything, and you don't have to seek for it, and you don't have to try hard to what's you don't have to try hard to access it. It's always there, and it's always working for your good. Like, and to see that in action, you know, I know in the Bible, Yeshua tells the rich man to give up all of his belongings and to, let go of all his material possessions, right? And none of us really feel like that's necessary, or that we would really want to do that. But that's exactly what happened to me. Like, I lost my material possessions before my car wreck because I didn't want them anymore. Like, it was unfulfilling. Like, I had gotten to the point to where I had enough money to buy myself whatever I wanted. And if I couldn't have something, I would just kind of like throw a spiritual tantrum and be like, God, I do this, I did this, I do this for you. I help people. I'm always giving. Why can't I have what I want? And then they would give it to me. But then it would be like, I'm like, okay, okay. I'm bored. I got to the point to where I was bored with my life and my existence. I felt like I was in this ivory tower. I had blocked everybody out from that was uncomfortable and unpleasant for me to deal with, you know. Um, so I didn't really have any contrast. So my boredom kind of became my contrast. Because boredom can make you feel like, you know, you want to die as well. In a sense, it's like, why am I here? And the boredom also was like, I need a new level. I needed a new level of lessons. I needed a new challenge. And so the car wreck I went through, and then the portal of hell of being around my narcissistic family system was a really big challenge. And I needed to see myself in that light. I needed to know that there was nothing to fear, that I had nothing to fear, and that I could also remain positive in the most extreme of circumstances where I expected myself to be unhappy. I learned how to be happy in misery, you know? Hmm. Now, that's an extreme. That's an extreme, kind of like when Yeshua told someone on the street that asked him, "What can I do to enter the kingdom of heaven?" A rich man asked him that, and Yeshua was like, give up everything." And and he said that because the only way for you to know God within you is to get your only get your security from God. I mean, all of your security, meaning your affection, the need for attention and validation from the outside world, you know, food, clothing, shelter, like all of our ego security needs, and then our spiritual, emotional needs too. You have to be willing to be brave and face all of those fears of not having, and actually learn how to receive and wait on the Lord to supply all of your needs. And of course, there are things that we can do. Like, I call it lazy spirituality now, because all really, if you're just consistent and you put in some time, like 15 minutes a day, like I'm always talking about now, that 15 minutes a day has healed my body, has paid my rent, has gotten me to where I'm at right now, like on a farm with chickens, and um, being able to relax. My like, I have no schedule except what there is to do around here. You can only do so much, on a homestead a day, and I joined the Wolf program online, and it's like they only allow you to do 28 hours a week, you know, and everything is basically provided for me, and I'm just waiting on other opportunities that I've reached out to and that have reached out to me. Um, I need to get a new passport because I lost it. I lost like all of my material possessions that were in my van when I had the accident. Gone. Including my passport. I wish I had my passport in my bag, like in my wallet or something. But I put it in my glove compartment. I would have had to renew it next year anyway. But that's better than waiting around for a new one. So I truly feel in alignment, and there's nothing my ego can do about it. Like, my ego is trying its best to conjure up some type of drama and to get me to stress and to get me to force and push, but I want to feel good. And so I'm not allowing it to. I'm like, you know what? I can move forward and do what I want to do without feeling like it has to be done right now. I have to have what I want, how I want it right now. I can call upon my guides. I can call on Archangel Michael and, like, you know what? You see this situation here? I would like for this to go this way. And then just hold space for it. Like, I don't have to throw a tantrum. I don't have to, be like, I'm not, like, struggle. Like, there's another way to view things, there's another way to handle things. And the spirit realm is the most powerful. I remember when I lived in St. Thomas, and I was doing a workaway program. And I mean, I was so afraid when I moved to St. Thomas. When I lived on the Virgin Islands, when I first got there, I knew no one. It was my first time leaving the, like, United States or whatever. And I realized that I was literally by myself. Like, if something happened to me, you know, no one would know and no one would care. I was experiencing like this existential terror, so I didn't want to piss anyone off. But I needed things, like a fan, because it was so hot. Like, it was just unbearably hot. And I needed mosquito netting because the mosquitoes was tearing my ass up. And it's not even that I was not outside. I was inside, of a studio apartment. But Um, Even if I just kept the screen door open because I needed some air, y'all, the mosquitoes would get at me. It was like pop, 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 like awful. And so my workaway host, I didn't want to bother him and be unpleasant. So I always would ask Archangel Michael to tell his guides to talk to him and send me what I need. That shit works. It does work. And it works every time. I started asking my guides to talk to other people's guides to tell them to do stuff. I'm like, I need that person to do this. Can y'all talk to their guides and have their guides talk to them to get at me about this or that? And so, whenever I feel like anything that I want or deal with, I might be having to deal with somebody's ego in a way that will cause them to struggle with me, and I need to get along, and I need things to be in peace. I need things to be in harmony. I beseech the spirit realm and ask for them to do things in a way that will things will be still be smooth, even if I have to deal with something that's uncomfortable or unpleasant for someone else. Because I needs my comforts and my Liberaces. I always say. Okay, so I think I'm ready to channel now. I always kind of speak and talk and allow myself to vent maybe a bit before I channel. Mm. I hope you guys are enjoying some of the content that I'm creating, like from my heart. I love creating the vocal bath meditations. It feels so good to me because it's just so, it comes with ease. Using my voice in any way, speaking, even channeling, singing, like writing, that's me being my authentic self. And I appreciate all these channels that allow me to share those things. And even the designing of like the t-shirts and sweatshirts, like that's been my childhood dream to have my own fashion design, like anything artistic, anything abstract that comes from like the intuitive spirit realm. I'm in love with the muse. Me and the muse, we be like this. The muse raised me, you know. Um, and so check those things out, please. Like and subscribe, pour favor. And also, I'm on TikTok more, and I just started posting again on Instagram today. Um, but TikTok be popping, yeah. And so, let's get into this channeling. Hmm. I'm seeing a red rose. I'm hearing Hathor. Always a beautiful, deep mother, but straightforward, direct connection there. Hawthorne. Roses. What about them? Hmm. Okay. So here we are. My dear children, stop and smell the roses. It is not that bad. you are making things harder than what they have to be. You are getting in your own way and stumbling on your own feet. Instead of dancing with life, you are having a symptom of having two left feet because sometimes things don't go your way, yet they are going your way. This is an opportunity for you, whoever is listening. Whatever is going on and happening and quote unquote going wrong for you is an opportunity for you to move energies. You're getting an opportunity to get in touch with your passion, to have a deeper life, to have more meaning, to have more love, sincerity. Whenever something goes wrong, it's teaching you what you value, what you don't value. You have to know it. Your awareness is key. You have to see it within yourself in your imagination. This is supposed to be fun. You are supposed to be painting on a canvas. Whatever is on your heart, whatever you desire, look at the red rose. It's a symbol of deep, passionate love, maybe a love affair of the heart, where you lose, abandon, your inhibitions are gone, and you are being led by something of fire. You're being guided by something not illogical. You're being asked to go into a space of being illogical, and you're stumbling on one foot in front of the other because you want to follow your heart, but you also want to know what's going to happen next, or you want to control is a better word. Control and romance don't go together. You want to live a romantic, extremely desirable, passionate, sensuous, connected, meaningful, juicy life that you can sink your teeth into. Something that feels like I'm in here, I'm in this, I'm embodying, I'm dancing, I'm in the moment, I'm authentic, I'm sincere, I am here, I am present. This is me. You want to feel like me. This is me with no pressure. Like you're with a lover, a sweet love that makes you feel like, you know, it's all yours and it's all okay. Like you can just lay around and enjoy, enjoy being, enjoy being, right? This is what you want. In order for you to receive that, you have to allow yourself to be that now, like you can't wait on certain things to happen or make certain things happen or have a certain amount of money or a certain amount of security, right? Security. When security is knowing that when you focus on your heart's desire and you follow your heart's desire, you're actually listening to the desires of God's heart within you. You, you are already God. So why can't you trust yourself? You see, The love affair, the love affair will begin with trust. You know that, right? You can't have a relationship without trust, right? You know that. You know trust, that feeling that you want. Trust. Trust is alignment. Trust is abundance. Trust is peace. From trust, you feel like you can do it, do anything. That feeling that, you know what, if I'm okay. It's a feeling of well being. It's a feeling of being okay right now. Be okay right now. Start right now. Be okay right now. Start from right here. Start from right now. It doesn't matter. You can have one follower on your social media. Start with that. And start trusting that even with that one, another one will come, two, three, four, and then don't even make it about that. Make peace with whatever it is right now by you just showing up and being authentic and following your heart, knowing that that's enough because that's all that God requires. Why do you ask for more if that's the only thing God requires? Why do you listen to what this world requires when the creator that is within everything within this world doesn't ask for all of that, doesn't need all of that, which is all that is the goddess. So you're okay, even if you don't feel like you're okay. The only reason you may experience the sensation and the feeling of not being okay is if you look this way or that way. You got to stay focused. Woke up this morning with my mind stead on the divine, steadfast, blinders. Nothing else matters. And until you get to that point to where nothing else matters to you, but you feeling in alignment, meaning that you're doing what you know that God has put on your heart to do right now, and that being enough for you, then you'll feel stuck and you'll feel shame and you'll feel distracted and you're feeling a haze and you feel confusion. Yet also, and you need to practice stilling your body and your mind. You have to bring that seemingly uncontrollable thing that's always thinking, rolling. And you have to kind of like, you know what, soothe the wild beast and tell it it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Sit still for 15 minutes a day. 15 minutes, we say, because anything longer than that, you're forcing yourself. There's no need to force anything. If you want to meditate longer because it feels good, okay, it's fine. But you don't have to be in the spiritual Olympics. Um, that's what this channel likes to call it, the spiritual Olympics. There is no contest. Mm, there are no rules. And if you get bored with something, switch it up. And you will grow naturally. You want to feel natural. There is no place you're trying to get to. Trust me. There is no place because you're already there. And that's the security that is already within you, that when you focus on it, because it's already there, that's how you're able to focus on it. That's how you're able to know it. You already do know it. You already do have it. But you have practiced focusing on things that don't even matter. The nothingness. the drama, the not peace, the not joy, and the not happiness, the non security. It's never going to bring you security. The false idols we make out of things here on this dimension is never going to bring you security. Focus on the divine within, and we will always be here for you. And we will always have the same message said in a million myriads of ways, in many paths. Thank you for joining the God is all that I am, that I am, I am. And we love you. Transmission off. Okay. Um, I always really feel really good about the energies afterwards when I channel. And to answer your question, Crystal, I could open my eyes, I guess, but it feels like all right, so a part of me feels weird. Anyway, right? Because I'm going to start doing a reading because I'm channeling, and I'm always channeling. We all are always channeling something or another, right? Um and I really want to say, like, when I do mediumship for people, and when people come to me and want to know what their ancestors or loved ones that have passed away, what messages they have, I don't close my eyes and let it flow. I go, okay, she said this, and they're showing me this, and they said that. And I want to do that with the goddesses or whatever, but it feels like resistance when I do that. And so when I speak and I just kind of let them take over, sometimes I feel them in my solar plexus, like they'll hook in, or and then most of the time I feel it in my heart space. That's like I'm speaking from my heart space. And I'm like, I'm always afraid that I'm not going to be able to be present and catch what they're saying in real time, because I want to be able to gather my thoughts, but they don't give me the opportunity to. And so to like listen first and then interpret it. No, they make me like speak in real, like in the moment. It's kind of interesting to experience. It's like automatic writing, but using your, I'm like interpreting impressions really fast. All right. Wow. I haven't done a reading since I moved here. I'm looking forward to see what comes out for the fairy culture. That's the name of my clothing line. If y'all look at my clothes in my shop, you read the description. I call it the fairy culture. That's my dream, y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all all for being here. Thank y'all for supporting me. Please like, subscribe. Um, I still do readings and stuff for people when you ask, even though I don't necessarily like advertise it anymore, because that's not what I want to spend all my day doing anymore. All right, let's get it. All right, I don't need this pillow, do I? I do. Leg feels a little. All right. Goddess, what do we have? What messages would you like? And you can also purchase my avatar in the city deck in my store as well. Oh, wow. This card just came popping out. This is a good one. The churning of the ocean. So, this is kind of what we were just talking about. All right. So, the churning of the ocean is from Hindu mythology, where the light and the dark had to work together in order to um, start uh, getting the riches and churning the milk in the ocean. And here pops out Lakshmi. And so it's like you need to bring together your light and your dark. Your darkness and light need to learn how to work together in order for you to receive your riches, your gifts in life. In order for you to feel abundant, you can't separate one part of yourself from the other. And this also denotes that abundance is near. Abundance is in your life right now. That's a very auspicious card to pull. And pleasures you like, that's your sacral chakra. That's an interesting card. And then the fun police. Now that's an interesting card. And so what I'm picking up here is that you might be feeling guilt for being abundant or being happy, or maybe that's how you used to be. I'm seeing that that's how you used to be. And maybe some remnants of you um, not knowing how to integrate like what you desire, because these are two exact opposites. So in the middle we have like pleasure you like. It's like you're doing what you're learning and have learned to do what you want to do, but you still have like that ego energy, and it could be people on the outside of you, and it could be your energy, your own thoughts towards yourself. And usually when we experience something on the outside of us, it denotes like our own inner subconscious world. It's like feeling like you're not allowed to show up in the world as someone that is experiencing abundance, and your light really does want to shine. And then the quantum leap card, grasshoppers, came out reverse. It's like you're right on the verge of, and you already have quantum leap, sleeping by the trees, and then fruity mukbang. All right. Sleeping by the trees and fruity mukbang is coming out reverse. Why is that? Sleeping by the trees is, just needing like divine rest. Wow. The wheel of fortune. Okay. Okay. This is another card about like the sweetness of life. That's a cinnamon bun. It's a cinnamon bun. Who doesn't love a sticky cinnamon bun? And then we have fruity mukbang. This is saying that nothing can stop you from receiving what God has already set in motion. Woo! What God has already set in motion for you. You have already done the work. This is about doing the spiritual work that Hathor was just telling us about, like focusing, being consistent in your meditation. It's all paying off. And if you haven't done it yet, do it. Like, it's not going to take much for you to land at least catty corner to what it is that you're saying that you desire and that you want. Focus on what you want to do. Focus on the pleasures you like. Focus on like it could, oh my gosh. What I'm picking up is whatever you do right now, it is going to be successful. Don't don't worry about what other people are going to think about you. Nobody can stand in your way. The dark side is not going to be able to stop it. No one in your family, none of your old friends, not even you, you can't even stop it. You can't get in your own way here. You might be, I'm seeing a bit apprehension here. It's like, man, I'm not doing, I might not be perfect. I'm not doing everything perfectly. Like I'm not meditating perfect enough. I'm not eating healthy perfect enough. This is what I mean by, or this is this is the wisdom that's being downloaded to me right now. That is the meaning of put like combining the light and the dark within you. Because I know for me, even that can be confusing. On what the hell does that mean? Okay, so you have like you're a angelic being, or earth angel, a star seed, right? And you have this inner knowing of being connected to the divine already within you. That part of you is already perfect. It really doesn't need to be worked on. It needs to be focused into, kind of like plug in. The electricity is already on. You just plug in it and you turn on the light, right? You're not ever being asked to become something you already are. Like the light is already there, the electricity is already there. You're plugging into it, right? And then you have the human part of you that needs to eat, that needs to sleep, that needs deep rest, that needs to eat healthy and needs healthy friends or whatever, right? And you may feel like, man, without those things, I'm not going to be able to feel secure or be happy or feel, or have that sense of abundance and well-being. Like without the money, I can't see it. It's like it's already there. That is mixing the light and the dark. It's like, okay, so you sometimes got to eat a snack. You can't always eat healthy because there's going to be a part of you that feels resentment for you ignoring a certain part of yourself. You don't have to ignore the pleasures you like in order to be a spiritual being. And I feel like that's where people got spirituality effed up a lot of times. And that's called being religious. You know, heaven on earth is about combining spirituality with being human, and not judging yourself for wanting to have sex, or you know um dancing and sit like I mean, like showing up in this world as the light that you actually are, and beaming that light, and not apologizing for it anymore, regardless of who judges you, and says whether or not you are allowed to, you're deserving or worthy of it. Now, this fun police card is really fun for me because this is about people who are jealous, who tell you you can't do something, but when they go home and dance in a mirror, they have their twinkle toes together, you know, or they're like, they really want to be like you. Like, who doesn't want to be this girl? Like, who doesn't want to be this girl? Okay? And people want to know, like, where you get the audacity, where you get those gifts from, how are you so free, where you get your money, how you have the time. People want to know, like, how? Like, how are you so blessed? And it's really none of their business. Um, And no matter what you say, it's not going to be enough for them because it's not them. They really, don't want to have to do the work that you've already done in order to be where you're at. That's what it is. It's like people see the glamour. This lady's glamour is here. She's shining. She's beautiful. She knows she's pretty. She's happy about herself. You know, she's proud of herself. And this is saying it's okay to be proud of yourself. It's okay for you to be proud of yourself and all the work that you've done. It's okay for you to be beautiful. It's okay for you to be rich. It's okay. It's okay for you to have it all. It's okay for you to have everything you ever dreamed of right now. And it's okay for you to exude that, even if it hasn't showed up yet in your physical world. All right. I'm going to pull. Where's my angel deck? Hold on. There she is. All right, we got it. I hope I'm not slipping a nip. All right. I'm loving this message. I hope it's encouragement. I hope it feels encouraging. You deserve to feel good. Feel good. Have that ice cream, okay? Spend that money. I know one thing that has helped me consistently, like quantum leap on a consistent basis, is that even if I feel like with my physical eyes my bank account is low or whatever, and I have the desire, because when I know now that whenever I desire something, that's God desiring it through me. If I have the desire to say, buy myself a piece of pizza or a crystal, or what was it a couple of weeks ago, it was matcha tea. I love a matcha tea slushie, either from a bubble tea place or Starbucks or whatever, with 2 squirts of vanilla and some whip on top, okay? And my funds were low from with my physical eyes. I was like, I shouldn't be buying this or doing. I bought it and got it anyway. Enjoyed it. Sat in a cafe and designed um, the feminine Christ, because I got the idea. I was like, I was getting ideas for designs, and I wanted to sit in Starbucks. I have my matcha latte, and I did it, right? And when you have that type of inner security in your relationship with God, meaning you put yourself first, you're choosing you above what your eyes can see, above what this world says you need to do or should do. I had an energetic choice to make. I can go with how my ego felt, which is broke, no money, not enough, or not enough money to do this, or that. Or I can go with how my spirit felt, is that God is abundant, so therefore I am abundant. And this will lead to my next highest good. This is the right thing. I'm following my heart. Okay? And that's always the right thing to do. And so you don't have to explain anything to anybody about what you're doing with your energy, your time, your money, your body. Follow your heart. Follow your own inner divine goddess. You hear me? I have an attitude about it. It's true. It works. But you have to test. You have to see for yourself. You have to see it for yourself in order to know that it's true for you. It says, taste and see that the Lord is good. Okay? All right. Angels, what messages do you have for the divine fairy here? Angel number 63, Anna Uel, the gentle God. Perception of unity, protects against accidents and heals the sick. Lekabel, Angel 31, God the teacher, intellectual talent provides knowledge. The gentle God. All right. And that came out reverse, the gentle God. Lekabel, Angel 6, the praiseworthy God, the light of understanding, acquires knowledge and cures illness. This is interesting. Angel 63, the gentle God, perception of unity, protects against accidents and heals the sick. Honor you, Lekabel, 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 Layla, 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 God, the teacher, the gentle God, the praiseworthy God. Okay, all right. Some of you feel like you're being tested, and you're afraid that you're not going to pass the test. But like I just told you before, there is no way that you're not going to pass the test, that you're not going to be successful. Okay? This could mean being in something that you've been working hard at, like maybe writing a book, because it has something to do with intellectual something, your mind, writing, speaking, something that you have a calling, a purpose. You may feel like it's taking too many obstacles for you to get to the finish line, or like this is a slow process, and that right, like you're experiencing like a delay. The great and exalted God. You're not you're feeling kind of like discouragement, but at the same time you're keeping the faith. It's time for you to choose to have faith. It's time for you to step it up and actually let go of the doubt. That's the only way you're going to quantum leap. You have to stop being practical, stop making trying to make sense. It's like, okay, this equals that, this equal no. Be free in your mind. Free yourself. Be like, you know what? God is always right on time. God is always successful. God never fails. Therefore, I won't fail. I can't fail. This project won't fail. This money is here. I have it. I have what it takes. I am that I am. It's time for you to step up your pussy. Okay? It's time for you to put your money where your if you want a quantum leap and you want to move forward, you have to stop blocking yourself from actually doing so, because it's like you're right there, but you keep kind of you putting your you don't realize it, like, but every time you're practical and you're trying to make sense, like I was saying, it's like do the impractical thing that's on your heart to do. It's scary in the moment, but you got it. You have to be like, I got this. You know, drop that shit. Like, put your fucking dick on the table and drop them spades. It's like, no, pick up them books. Blah blah. Throw them dice. Get like, it's like take a chance on yourself and actually embody that shit. Whatever it is that you're trying to do or that you're here to be it. Be it. Like, be all of that right now. Like now. Like at this very moment. That's what Hathor was trying to say. She said it in a really motherly, soft, deep, feminine, divine feminine way. She's like, be here now. Do this now. Be it now. Like, be that now. Like, dance with life today. Be all of you. It's the only way you will receive. You have to be in order to receive. And it's not even about, you don't have anything else you need to do. You've put in the work, you've put in the effort. The only thing left for you to do is to embody it. It's like, you know what? I already am that girl. I don't need to accomplish anything in the physical realm in order to be that girl. Let people wonder and question. It's like, why? How are they so confident? How is he so, like? Who the hell does he? It's that. It's, you know what? Highly sensitive people be afraid of that. Who the hell do you think you are? Right? And so then the drama ensues where people try to get in your path, in your way, say slick shit, like low key. People pretend like they're your friend, but they really like don't know how to handle you. And it makes you feel small and it makes you feel sad, or maybe those memories are coming up to be healed. You know, those memories of you feeling, you coming up to be all that you are, and then like some way somehow this world, someone in the world of the world tries to knock you down a peg or two, and you really are just like glowing with the goddess, the god, the I am that I am light within you, and you can't freaking help it, right? It's like because it's you. And what I'm sensing is that you never gotten a chance to rock that shit. But you have to take it. Nobody's going to give it to you but you. And you are the reason why you have the audacity. You are allowed. It's like giving yourself permission to be free. Nobody else is going to give you that permission. Oh, no one else is going to give you a permission slip, the sign off. And even if they did, if you don't give it to yourself, you're not going to believe it. You're not going to embody it. You'll feel good for 2 minutes, and then you'll be right back to ruminating on whatever thoughts or patterns that are so called, quote unquote, holding you down or holding you back. When it's really your own decision. It's like, am I going to let this keep holding me back? And for how long? That's what I do say to myself. I'll be like, okay, so I've been letting this hold me back for 50, 11 years. How much longer, how much longer am I going to give myself this jail sentence? 5 more years? Like 10 more minutes? Like you have to kind of negotiate with your ego, and then be like, you know what, I'm done with it. I'm done with this. I'm done with this. We're doing this. And so then your new journey that you've been longing for, waiting for, hoping for, will begin. And you're afraid maybe that you're not going to be able to fill those big shoes, because maybe you are a big fish in a small pond and you're about to be a small fish in a big pond. Whatever it is you're about to do, it's more than what your life is now. It's like you've been playing it small. It's time for you to rise. This is exciting. This is exciting. I'm excited for you. I can relate to this message because it's kind of like this energy is like an everyday thing. It never stops. It's like if you're really being living in the heart, the path of the heart, and you're in your heart space, then you're always going to be doing this. Okay? In some way, shape, form, or fashion. You'll always have those opportunities and those. Am I going to choose my heart, or am I going to try to please other people? Am I going to choose myself, or am I going to try to make sure people ain't mad at me? um, and then sometimes we make a bigger deal out of maybe what the outside world's going to do than what's actually happening. And I know I do that because of my childhood was so full of villains. So you could possibly be making a villain out of something that's not actually there. It could actually be there, but it's just kind of like, so what? You know? I feel like I just got finished being tested with that for months, just being around people, living with people, and I was living in a pad split, and who don't really care to understand me, but they want my attention and my energy. They want a fan. They want whatever it is, validation. And I wasn't giving it because it wasn't given back in return. And plus, I just didn't want to. I just wanted to focus on myself. I wanted my own energy to myself. And I feel like for the first time in my, you're welcome, who somebody just sent me a message. I felt like for the first time in my life, I stayed down and just chose myself for months around people who had an attitude with me about it. And I did give a fuck. I was like, oh my god, I really want to get along, but your energy just isn't a good. I wanted to explain myself. I didn't because I knew it wouldn't matter because I didn't matter to them, and it wasn't personal, and it's because of their value systems and all this. So I just stopped taking shit personally, no, regardless of how people reacted and responded, no matter how petty people got. I just did my best to stay in my zone and not get caught up in ego drama, right? And it took me months though, I think, a few months to get it. But it doesn't have to take you that long. You can take this, take it in, and go forth. I'm proud of you, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you've done. You look beautiful to me here with these energies. And instead of having the fun police around you, I pray that you find your tribe. I'm part of your tribe. There are people that will dance with you openly and celebrate you. And I pray that you celebrate yourself. Yeah. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.